Hello everyone! We are headed into Summit Sport Performance and Vision Training to do some things, meet some people, activities, sport, train, vision, all the fun stuff. So let's go! Hey everyone, here we are at Summit Sport Performance and Vision Training, and we are speaking with the co-owner, Bella McKee. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Awesome, I'm good, thank you. So to get started, you can just tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah, so my name's Bella McKee. I was a goalie for Team Alberta at the 2019 Canada Winter Games where we won gold. And then went down to the States and played hockey down there for Union College. And then I've been coaching since 2020.
That's amazing, wow.
Thank you.
What got you into hockey?
Well, I grew up in a small town and basically we all either play ball or hockey or both. And all my siblings played hockey, so I started right away as soon as I could skate, and that's it.
So you've always been a very active person?
Yeah, I have with hockey and ball, and then Candice, our lead vision trainer, she was a phys ed teacher for 25 years, so sports is really our background.
Why do you think sports are important?
It teaches you a lot of life skills between being able to work as a team, find your own kind of skills and role within that team, and then kind of grow as an individual as well.
With Summit Sport Performance and Vision Training specifically, can you talk about what the business is all about?
Yeah, so when you come into Summit here in Lloyd, we test and train athletes to respond to visual cues more quickly and accurately. And we use kind of a mix between our sensory station here and sport-specific movements as well.
What was the inspiration behind opening this business?
Personally, I was wanting to make Lloydminster kind of like a goaltending hub, so everything you needed for goalies right here in Lloyd. And vision training was relatively new, but I could quickly see how important it was going to be for all athletes. And so I was researching, and then I brought Candy in as well, and we found our sensory station and figured out how to bring it to Lloyd, and yeah, that's how we started.
Is there a specific reason why you wanted the hub to be in Lloydminster?
Yeah, Lloyd is kind of away from all of the major centers, and I think we have lots of very skilled athletes out here, and so to give them the same opportunities as athletes in Edmonton or Calgary is kind of my goal, and I didn't want to move to a big city anyway, so it worked out really well.
Fair. So you've grown up in Lloydminster then?
I grew up in Irma, which is just south of here, and then now I live in Paradise Valley. So two small towns, cool. But I work out of Lloyd.
Gotcha. Yeah. And you mentioned the sensory station. Can you kind of talk us through what this is all about?
Yeah, so the sensory station, it's based out of the US is where the company is. There's only 4 of these stations in Alberta, and one is owned by the Calgary Flames, so it's completely private.
Whoa.
And then there's thousands across the US and Europe as well. So when we test anybody during their assessment, everybody gets sent to a central database. And for an example, if you're a goalie, maybe you play midget AAA, you're 17, and you're a female, you will be tested and compared to everybody just like you. So it's a very accurate result instead of just a generic kind of testing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry, that's so
Tell
wow.
how we use the results. Sorry.
What's that?
Tell how we use the results to inform the practice.
Oh, yeah, so on here you can see all these numbers and they're percentile ranking. So the higher your number, the better. So when we look at this, we would look at the lower numbers, and those are what we would really focus our training on. So if you're an athlete, we'll bring you out to the side and we'll do some sport-specific movements and training. And then also on the sensory station itself, there are modules that we can customize and individualize to each person. And that's what's going to bring these kind of numbers up and make them strengths along with everything else. So there's 10 different cognitive perceptual skills that we train.
Wow. So is the work... So is work like this only beneficial for athletes?
No, so athletes is kind of one section of it, and then there's a ton of health benefits as well. So maybe you're an older person who's trying to renew their license. We'll bring them in, we'll do our assessment, and then we'll use the modules on here instead of getting them to move around and stuff. We'll just stick to the sensory station, we'll customize it for them, as well as any stroke recovery, concussion recovery, traumatic brain injuries, some ADHD stuff, Parkinson's, anything like that. There's a lot of health benefits to it as well.
When were you exposed to this like sensory station? Like, how did you think to bring it in, was my question.
Well, when I was in high school, I got to do some vision training down in Calgary just as part of one of my summer camps. And then when I was kind of in the work field and started working with goaltenders, I was looking at all the different ways of vision training. And this was the newest and the best because it gives you this numerical value. And I think as athletes, we're very competitive, but to be able to see a number and see us improve in numbers is very straightforward. And I really liked the sensory station for that.
That's so cool. Obviously all these things go into sports, but I think exactly what you're speaking to, the ability to really hone in and see the skills that you're, bettering yourself, and you can see the change from probably the beginning of time working with someone to the end of time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it could probably be an ongoing thing too, I'm assuming. Like you could constantly just be getting better.
Yeah, and it's very similar to kind of any skill that you're learning. You need to keep up with it, right? And small things, if I'm down at a 16, my first improvement might be quite drastic and really jump up. And then after that, we're just pulling them up just a little bit because you're going to have a threshold and then we're going to push it by little bits after that. So.
What would you say is the most rewarding part of the work that you do?
Just getting to see all the athletes improve and kind of how pumped they get about it as well, especially with that numerical value. It's easy for them to see, oh, I'm getting better. Instead of us just telling them, like, you're getting better, they can actually see it.
Yeah, especially because I guess as an athlete, when you're hearing, yeah, you're doing great, like I can see you improving, it's hard when they maybe don't see themselves that they're improving, but this gives that, like, you are improving,
Absolutely, yeah. It's very concrete, and they can believe this, where sometimes they don't always believe the coach or anything. So,
which is kind of funny, but you've been a coach and a player in a bunch of different roles. What would you say is your favorite role to take on?
That's a good question. I think there's aspects to both. Playing is obviously you get a different high from winning and being right involved in it, but in the coaching side of it, you get to learn a lot more about the game, and I still get to play senior hockey, and I think being able to coach goalies has helped me as a goalie as well, just seeing it from different sides of it, and then you get into the whole recruiting and scouting and different things. So I think there's positives to both sides for sure.
What advice would you have for aspiring athletes?
Enjoy it. Enjoy every moment. Don't take things too seriously, but definitely work hard, and just enjoy the moment.
And on that, what do you think makes a good athlete?
Someone who's committed to their craft and always learning, always improving, looking for new ways to grow. The game doesn't change, but the players within it continue to grow, and we need to look at ways to improve instead of just the bare minimum or what we've always done. I think there's a lot of new technology, even if the game hasn't changed. So.
You've mentioned a lot of different aspects to the business here of ways that athletes can improve both in the sensory station here and specialized programming outside of that. What impact do you think that has on the athletes of having the ability to either take the modules that are on here or have something a little more specialized for them?
I think it's interesting for them. Some of them really buy in, and some they take a little bit of time because it's not like you're working out in a gym. It's your brain that we're really working. So when you leave here, some days you might be sweating a little bit. Other days you're just going to feel like you finished a day at work or you finished a day at school, and your brain gets tired. And so sometimes that's kind of hard to understand that that's still training as well. But I think as soon as everybody buys into it, it's easy to see the improvement. And easy to relay it back to their sport or back to their everyday life, wherever they are or whatever the reason they're coming in to work into Summit for.
For those folks coming in, what would you recommend they bring to kind of better their experience?
We always tell people to come in with an open mind because it's a brand new, different kind of training, as well as a good work ethic because you're going to get out of it what you put into it. And we always appreciate clean running shoes and gym attire as well.
And a bit more technical, what are the hours of operations for folks who do want to come in?
We're pretty flexible. Everybody's got their own life, and we understand that. So if you're an individual, we'll work with you, as well as team schedules, because we know how busy every team can be with on-ice, off-ice stuff. So we're very flexible with our hours.
And speaking of teams, can you maybe mention some folks that you've had the opportunity to work with that have benefited from this programming?
Yeah, absolutely. So we were very lucky this past year to work with the Lakeland College women's basketball. They were national champs this season, actually. Wow. So that was very exciting for us, and we quickly became big fans of them as well. Great group. And then we worked with the Lakeland College women's hockey team. And then out of the Holy Rosary High School, they had some high-performance basketball teams, so we got to work with them as well. And then we've worked with some lacrosse players and some baseball players, some rugby players. So yeah, we've had a great past year and some great contracts, and really got to kind of explore the different sports.
And so any sport, individuals could play any sport and take this kind of training?
Mm-hmm, absolutely, yeah. Any sport, or just like me and you, an everyday person, can come in and really improve, maybe in our driving or our reading, whatever it is, and then health benefits as well.
For sure. And you also mentioned either teams or individuals either are able to train here?
Yep. So an individual session will just be a half hour, and then team training or group training is 45 minutes, because we kind of run it like a circuit. So we have that time for moving from drill to drill and everything. So we added a little bit longer, and yeah, so both individuals and teams can come in.
And what sort of drills would one expect? I mean, I know it's specific to the activity, like sport that they play or thing they're wanting to get out of it, but...
Yeah, so we'll use the sensory station. We also like to use blaze pods, some Hiko sticks, and then Synaptech strobe glasses. And so they're basically goggles that you wear, and they flash and they take out some of your visual field. So you have to anticipate, works on your depth perception, some tracking, reaction time, all sorts of things.
I definitely need that. I always, whenever I swear I'm a good driver. I swear I'm safe on the road. But I always, whenever I'm trying to park, I'm like, I swear I have no depth perception. I think I'm going to hit the curb. And I'm like so far from it. And I'm like, okay, well, I tried my best.
Yeah. No, it's true. Driving, everybody drives, right? And,
yeah.
And it's fun for us to be able to help people with that, especially when you get older and you're worrying about that eye exam at the driving office. So we can really work on those skills with people.
Yeah, and then you don't have to worry about the eye exam because you've already kind of solved the problem for yourself.
Exactly, yeah.
A lot going into this, though. What would you say is the most challenging aspect of all of that you do?
I would say the most challenging, but also rewarding, is as our athletes improve, we have to keep coming up with new drills that are harder and more challenging for them. And that's fun, because it's awesome to see that improvements, but sometimes it can be difficult too.
How do you come up with new drills? Like, do you have a book of them? Do you just like what's the secret?
Well, between Candice's background in phys ed and then my background with hockey, obviously when we have the goalies in here, I get pretty creative. But Candy, being a phys ed teacher, she's got to see all the different sports and all the different skills that go into the sports. So she's great at incorporating those skills and our vision training in it.
And may I ask how you became kind of business partners in this?
Yeah, so we've been friends for a long time, and I thought this was very interesting, and when I brought it to her, she kind of fell in love with it as well. And so we partnered up in Summit, and we've been working together ever since.
So fun. Yeah. Oh, working with friends, I love that.
Yeah.
I do that too.
Perfect. Makes work a little easier.
It does. Good days for sure.
Yeah.
With the business side of things, how was it to go from, just being a coach to then creating a business and having a lot more, I guess, on your plate or to juggle?
It's been a big learning experience for sure. Just the behind the scenes and kind of the more management side of it. Where as a coach, I'm kind of just managing myself in my own business, and it's a sole proprietorship. But now in Summit, with having like lots of us and trying to get contracts with teams and stuff, it's definitely been a learning experience, but an exciting one and a rewarding one. And I've been able to use those things in other aspects of my life as well.
That's awesome. Transferable skills, as they say.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Coming back more to the community in Lloydminster, I know you were mentioning that you work here, but do you have a favorite local spot here?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I spend a lot of time in the rinks, so I could tell you about all 4 of the rinks. But yeah, I don't know. I like the multiplex and everything that it offers for the ice, of course, but also the field houses and all the events that go on there. So, the farmers market and everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff here. Well, I mean, we've only been here for a short period of time. However, I think there's a lot of good stuff here.
It's a great community.
And where do you hope to see Summit in the next, say, 5 years?
We hope to be involved in all athletics in Lloydminster, all the sports, elite, minor hockey, whatever it is. We hope to be involved, as well as some contracts with maybe occupational therapists, driving businesses, just some other contracts for the health benefit side as well.
So hit them up. Perfect. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. So this is an anonymous assessment. We got consent to show you because everything does stay anonymous here. But this was an initial assessment, kind of our baseline. So this is what you do when you first come into Summit. And these are percentile rankings. So the higher the number, the better. And these are our 10 different cognitive perceptual skills that we train and test here. So this was our baseline, and this particular athlete took just a small hit in hockey and got a concussion. It wasn't a hit that you'd hold him back for or not finish the game for. It was just a minor hit. But she came in, and we tested her again. And you can see here that the green is after that concussion, and the blue is the baseline. So we had major drops here, and some of her strengths became deficits. Some things stayed the same, but we could be able to see that this part of the brain is what took the impact. So after we look at that, we would do some moderate training, depending on their symptoms and how they're feeling. Of course, we're not going to push them too far. And then we retested after that training, and you can see here that the green is now that post-training, post-concussion. And we were able to bring those deficits back into strengths, have a nice big circle, a nice big test again. Right. So this is going to work on your perception span, or being able to see the whole court, the whole ice, the whole road, wherever you are. And it's going to be super simple. So the middle dot is going to flash a color, and then the dots around it are also going to flash, and you're going to find the one that matches the middle dot. Okay? As fast as you can. All right, so that was an easy one for you. So now we're going to make it a little harder.
Oh, okay.
So now we're going to have some different shapes in there. Same thing, same kind of concept though. Okay, and they're going to flash a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Okay?
It gets harder when
Yeah,
it's...
it does.
Oh my gosh.
And it'll get wider and
Yeah.
really work that span.
Yeah.
Good job. So now we're going to move to a different one. Who's feeling brave for this one?
I'll do it.
So it's a little tricky. So this will work your perception span, use your peripherals a little bit, some reaction time as well. So how it's going to work, you're going to see a big screen. Yellow dots are going to appear in an order. Okay.
Okay.
Then they're going to disappear. And you're going to have to tap where they were in the same order that they appeared.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yes.
Perfect. Can you reach that? We can move this down a little bit too.
Yeah, I should be good.
Perfect.
Can you see me in the TV?
Yeah.
Does it need to be like the exact area?
As close as you can get it, yeah.
Not bad. Not the best.
That's the right order. There you go.
look at that one.
Close one. Yeah. So that one really works on the accuracy that we
Yeah.
kind of talked about and getting it into those circles. And every module that we do, we can also get some stats from it. So how close you were, your speed, and then some other things will tell, like your reaction time, how long it took you to do the whole sequence and everything like that. Depends on the module. And then after you've done your assessment, you'll have a profile, and we can actually save it, and then you can compare day to day how well you're doing as well.
Cool.
Yeah. So this one's very similar, except you don't have to do it in the same order, just wherever they work.
Perfect. Okay. I think the order was the only thing I was good at, to be honest.
So try really work for that accuracy
Yeah,
on this one.
okay.
Nice. See if you can pick up your speed a little too. Good job. So on something like that, we talk about working memory. So that's like maybe you're in school or class or work and you're writing something off of the board. How many words can you remember when you're taking down those notes?
Okay.
Something like that. So yeah.
Cool.
you go.
Thank you. That was so fun.
You bet. Yeah, we can manipulate the background or targets, how easy they are to see, and then we can also change how many are in the central vision, how many are in your peripheral, and what quadrants they're in as well. Cool. Okay, so we'll start super simple. I've got that one made for you. Okay. But we'll just start with the basic one here. It'll be spread out evenly and all that. You're gonna hit the triangle, but not anything else. So it's all, there's just gonna be a bunch of shapes on the screen and you're gonna find all the triangles.
Okay.
Okay.
Can do. Holy Moses, there's a lot of them. I expected like one.
Yeah, so your accuracy is 62.5%. So that's how close to the middle of that triangle you were hitting.
Ah, okay.
Your average response time, 1.74 seconds. It's pretty quick.
Thank
And
you.
it took you 17 seconds to complete it all.
Yeah.
Good work.
62% is a pass, so I'll take it.
Perfect. So now we'll go to that one that we just made for you.
Okay.
So you're going to hit all the soccer balls, but don't hit anything else.
Okay.
Go as fast as you can.
This is challenging.
Good job. So that was pretty quick too.
Thank you.
100% accuracy.
Wow.
Good improvement there. And 1.09 seconds. So that was even faster than before too.
110% accuracy.
Ooh, that gets hard. Oh, it's so far away. This is definitely going to be way slower, I think.
You're still doing really good though.
Thank you.
I'm saying that like I work here.
Everyone else is like, you're like, she's struggling. Or she's like, you're doing so good, sweetie.
You can use both hands too. If you want.
Oh, that would make sense, hey? Thank you. These nails.
Knuckle works better, Bridget, especially with nails.
So yeah, that's some of the things that we can do on the sensory station to really customize it for everybody. So this one's going to shift your attention from central to peripheral and back and forth as fast as you can. So it's going to really speed up those neural pathways as well as your focus. Okay, so there's going to be a land animal or some kind of an animal that pops up in the middle. If it's a land animal, you're going to tap it. Okay, and at the same time, there's going to be paw prints all around the screen, and you're going to be tapping those paw prints. So feel free to use both hands. Okay, you can step up as tight as you need. Okay, and we have it set so that it should be equally across the board here for you.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. just going super fast. Good work.
Honestly.
Oh.
I've never seen it go that fast.
Good. So now it shows those quadrants
Yeah.
really well. So your accuracy, 100% through all 4.
Guys.
Good job. You got all 15 that you were supposed to hit. You didn't hit any you weren't supposed to hit. You were a little late on one of them. But really good job. Then you can see it splits the scores up a little bit more. But
Definitely. I would assume,
speed-wise,
yeah.
super fast. This lower left quadrant, that was your fastest.
Wow.
Good work. Does that make
Thank
sense
you
for
so
you?
much. Yeah, it does actually. I'm ambidextrous. I don't know if you guys know that, but yeah.
Definitely.
You guys didn't know that? I am.
We've been friends for 14 years. I know that. That's
First, like 2 or 4 years of my life, I wrote with my left hand. My mom forced me to write with my right.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
That's sick.
That is really cool.
Yeah,
Good job.
Math is harder.
I do love math,
Oh, perfect.
but I don't want to say anything until I say that, and I'm like awful at this.
No, but this is under pressure too.
Oh yeah.
It's different, yeah.
Good. So anything that's correct, you'll hit it. If it's not correct, don't hit it.
Okay.
Hate that.
It's great. I don't know. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
get-
yeah.
Yes, you can hit those yellows.
Okay.
Yeah, hit the yellows.
Okay, so we're still tapping yellows and still doing that while doing this. That's not right. That's right. That's not right. Plus 3 is less than it is, right? But
Oh. That's your thing. So you're getting a little overloaded with that,
Yes.
right? And that, as we work on that, as we continue to work on that, your
Yeah.
brain will be able to respond quicker to those
Oh,
things
wow.
and get used to that stimulus.
wow, yeah, I wasn't expecting like the greater than less than sign, so I think that one also threw it off. But like, yeah, that's so interesting how you can train yourself like that.
Yeah, those neural pathways are always changing,
Oh, for
always
sure.
growing. So yeah,
Yeah.
brain is very cool. So this is just going to be random, and it's going to be reaction time. So they're going to flash blue one at a time. You're going to hit it as fast as you can.
'Kay.
And don't be afraid to like nail
Okay.
it. Okay.
Cool.
Try not to palm it because it won't always read that.
Okay.
But hit them
So
pretty
a little
hard.
tap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. And as fast as you can.
Okay. Oh.
Sorry.
I was ready.
You'll go for 30 seconds.
Okay.
So 68 hits in 30 seconds.
Cool.
That's fast. Your average reaction time was 316 milliseconds.
Oh.
So it was good. And these, like, sometimes we take these on the ice with us as well. Mm-hmm. Great for skating drills for the goalies and stuff like that.
Oh
So-
yeah.
And then we make it a little harder for you.
Okay.
We're going to add some decision making into it. So go, no go is one of the things that we test and train, and that is
Okay.
your decision making. So we'll add that here. Hit the blue
blue.
or red, don't hit the green.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it tricks your brain a little bit because
Yeah.
green is usually go,
Yeah.
not
Oh,
today.
okay.
Don't hit
Okay.
the green ones.
Blue, red, no green. Okay.
So you can see how that one trains that brain, makes it a little harder
Yeah.
for you. Yeah, so you had 69 hits, 1 strike. Okay.
Oh.
Your reaction time, a little bit slower to 503 milliseconds, but still very fast. Good job with that.
Thanks.
All right, so those ones that you just did on the desk, that's kind of where we start, gets you used to the blaze pods. And once you build up that skill, now we start to overload you a little bit. So we still have the pods, we're still working on reaction time, but now we're going to add a sport-specific movement. So if you guys were basketball players, this is the one that we like to do as a bit of a competition.
Okay.
So somebody needs to be blue, somebody needs to be red.
I can be red if you want to be blue.
Blue. All right, so one on each side of the row here,
Facing this way?
facing the pods.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And how it's going to work, once it starts, 2 pods are going to light up. One's going to be red, one's going to be blue. And you're going to race each other to it while dribbling. Okay, so the first one to 10 wins, and it'll just stop.
And so do we just tap it with our foot or our hand?
Tapping with your foot is
Okay.
good. Yeah. So you're blue. You're going to hit all the blue ones. You're going to hit all the red ones.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yes.
Try to dribble. If you lose your ball, you got to go get it.
Okay, I'm red. Let's go.
Red's making a comeback. Red's making a comeback.
It's my hair. It's my face. That's in my hair.
Oh, Red takes the win. 10-9. That was very tight. 10-9.
I think it's because you had the practice on the little thing.
Yeah.
So.
For sure. Good work. Good.
There was just hair and then ball and then I saw color. It was insane.
Good job. Here you go.
Holy Moses, that's so
You
hard.
too. That was so good.
So these are Hego sticks. We use them a lot for multiple object tracking because there's 3 colors, as well as just tracking, some hand-eye, some depth perception, everything. So it's a little odd to catch, so we always start with just being able to catch the Hego stick in general. So try not to catch it on the gray middle there. Try to pick a color and catch it.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll just play catch here. Aha! Nice job. Good start.
Thank you. Oh, I tried doing it with my left hand because I never do anything with my left hand, but that was a bad call. I'm not doing that
There
again.
you go.
Oh, it
Nice.
worked that time.
Good, and then once it starts to get a little easier for you, now I'm going to call a color. So now we're adding that load on again. And you have to catch that color.
Okay.
So blue.
What? No, sorry.
Good try.
Okay.
Red. There you go. Good try.
This is difficult.
Green.
So close.
Now I'm getting so nervous.
No, don't get nervous. Red. Nice. Blue. Oh, you're right on it. Good. And now to take the auditory cue out of it and just make it visual, I'll start with it behind my back. And then as I pull it out and throw it, you're going to have to see what color my hand is on and then catch that color.
Okay.
Okay? Good. And if you want to call it out so that I know you get the right color, you can do that too.
Okay. Can I catch with both hands, or I should be catching it with one
Try
hand?
to catch with the one hand.
That's what I figured. That's why I was catching with both. Blue.
Good. Ooh, that was a bad throw too. Good.
I just can't catch. Red.
Nice. Good.
Oh
You're right
my
on top
goodness.
of it.
You're doing so well. You're so close.
There you go. Blue.
Nice. Whoa.
Yeah!
We'll do one more here.
Okay. Hopefully I catch this one. Red.
Nice. Oh.
I got it!
Good. So yeah, it's easy to just add things onto that, make it a little harder. We'll add some movement into it as well.
Yeah.
Continually adding those pieces.
I feel like that's the hardest one so far.
Yeah.
Actually, the other one was a very big workout, too.
Good. So these are our Synaptech strobe goggles, we call them. And again, just like everything we do, we can customize them, make them work for you. So if you can see there, they're kind of flashing.
Yeah.
And they're strobes, right? So they're flashing. And we can decide how quickly they flash, how slowly they flash. We can also black out one of the eyes, so just one flashes, and switch it back and forth. And obviously, the slower the flash, the more vision you're losing. So as we go up levels and make it harder, it's a slower flash, and you're losing whatever you're tracking for a little bit longer. You're having to anticipate all that fun stuff. So I'll start you off. We're just going to use... we're going to catch without these, and we're going to add these in, and then we're going to go back without them. And you'll be able to see how just a couple minutes in these can improve your catching, your depth perception, your tracking, your reaction time, all that fun stuff.
Okay, cool.
So how it's going to work is we're just going to stand here. You're going to have your hand above mine. Just don't touch it.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. just one hand, and I'm going to drop this ball and pull my hand away, and you're going to try to come down and catch it.
Okay.
Okay. Now you got it. So as soon as I pull that hand away, try to get
I'm
down
trying to
and
get
catch
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. And even a touch, we celebrate touches off the beginning.
Okay.
So just really slam down on it. Good finish. Okay, now let's add in the glasses.
Bridget, do a little smile at the camera. You look great. You look like you're ready to ski.
Oh, man. You tricked
One
me
more.
that
I
time.
did trick you.
Get ahead.
Oh, one more. You can get a touch. Really slap it. Oh, good try. Good try. That's good. Now you can just pull those up on your forehead there. And we'll do the same thing again without the glasses. So do you think this will be easier or harder?
I think easier.
Yeah,
I'm
should be
hoping easier because.
There you go.
Oh, okay, that was good.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was really good for this.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Nice. You're right there. You're
Yay!
right there.
Yeah.
Good.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Really good. So yeah, those glasses, they make you start to anticipate, and really your brain is filling in those spaces that you're not seeing. So then as soon as we take those off and now you can see the ball the whole time, it's way easier for you.
That's so cool.
Just finished up at Summit and it was genuinely so much fun. I felt like an actual athlete. Definitely didn't perform like an athlete, but that's
Yes, you
okay.
did.
You did such a good job.
Your like button hitting one was really good.
Thanks, guys.
And you
no,
beat
it was-
me, so.
It was barely. It was neck and neck.
You winning is winning, you know?
It
Take
was like so fun. Both of them were just the kindest people ever. Like really, you can genuinely like see that they care about helping people and improving people. And even off camera, they were talking about some people that they work with and how they just kind of cater towards the specific person, not even like the sport really. Like they'll go in depth with like individual people. So I think it was very fun to see. It was very fun to do. I'm definitely. Oh, we also talked off camera. There's an app. And I'm gonna get it. So I'm gonna have a smart brain by the end of it. I'm literally gonna be in the NHL in 2 years. Mark my words. First woman in the NHL.
I believe it. I believe it. And on the app note, I think they recommended 2 times a week to do the app.
2 times a day.
2 times a day. That's what it was.
Oh, 2 times a week if you're going in.
Yes.
That's what they said.
Yeah. So if that's something of interest to you, 10 out of 10 recommended.
It's all on their website included. Like they'll have the lists for the pricings for the subscriptions and all that kind of stuff, and they'll show you how to download and put that app on your devices.
Really cool stuff, really fun stuff. Crazy how much goes into your brain. I don't think about my brain a lot. You probably can tell, but it was really great to try out the activities and see all of the things and how simple activities that I never really thought would make a difference actually did. And then doing the little ball activity with the glasses, y'all, that was crazy. I have no depth perception, okay? Literally probably none. But I'm safe in things. Like, it's not that bad, but it's not great. So that was really cool for me to like figure out how to catch a ball, which seems really simple, but it's hard for some people like myself. So Bella and Candice were incredible, and we're so lucky to have gotten to hang out with them and learn all the things that they have to share. So it was really, really awesome, and highly recommended to check them out regardless of what sport you do, if you do a sport, if you think it'll help or not, because you just gotta do a little test and then feel good about yourself when you're good at them and find out what to improve on.
It's always good to keep your brain going.
Yeah, and it honestly doesn't even feel like a test. Like I was saying, it literally feels like you're just playing on a big iPad.
It reminded me so much of like We Fit. I don't know if anyone ever used to do like the daily challenge, but like I always did to see what age I was. That's what it reminded me of, but it's way funner than We Fit.
It also made me feel so competitive. I'm like, I need to like beat what I just did. So.
Yeah, you start like competing with yourself. It's a lot of fun, honestly. We could just ramble on about them because genuinely they were like so kind and like we believe in what they do and like they have proof, and it's not just like we do this. They also have like the proof to show it and like stuff to back it up. So the only thing left to do is for you to come and check it out yourself.